Hi! Weeks ago we asked you to send us questions about VanillaOS project and, well, today's the day, today's release day. Let's provide some answer. Why have you started making VanillaOS? VanillaOS was born as an experiment but also as a necessity. We've been using Linux for many years and have experimented with almost every distro out there. Unfortunately, none of them offered us the kind of complete user experience that we look for. To know more, we invite you to read the interview on its FOSS. Will VanillaOS support NVIDIA Optimus? It will be great to have another distro that has Optimus support as good as Pop! OS. VanillaOS supports Optimus configurations the same way Ubuntu does. This applies to all possible configurations with AMD, NVIDIA and Intel. Why not libOS 3? OS 3 is a great project, but our vision is different. AB root is in fact a much simpler solution, which allows committing changes to the system through controlled and atomic transactions between two root partitions. This allows updates installation much faster than other solutions, always offering a restore point. Will there be a way to backup applications or create snapshot of data in Apex containers so that we can revert back to that moment? This function is planned for the future. Is VanillaOS for beginners? VanillaOS is designed to be maintenance-free after the initial setup wizard. The system keeps itself updated and even the most complex operations, such as installing a driver, are simplified. Unfortunately, however, it must be said that today it is still necessary to have a small know-how based on Linux. Will there be an option to not opt for immutability? No, you can disable it if you are familiar with the system, but there is no easy way to do so. This is because it is not recommended and will completely invalidate the concept behind AB root. Every change must be made through a transaction. VanillaOS is shipped with Wayland or Xorg. Does the choice of display server depend on your graphics hardware? VanillaOS ships with Wayland by default, allowing you to switch to Xorg from the login screen. We have not included hardware-based restrictions of any kind. Will app indicators in the top bar work for apps like Discord when installed inside Apex containers? Sure, applications installed with Apex are fully integrated with the system. Do you expect users to use this OS long term? If not, why? We hope? Do the Apex containerized apps follow theme changes using GNOME tweaks? Yes, both themes and icons are shared across the host system and the containers. What about telemetry? Zero, we don't care about your data, ours is better. Why is it based on Ubuntu? Because Ubuntu is a compatible and solid solution. Why the VanillaOS settings are not integrated into the main GNOME settings? Is it planned for the future? We don't know yet how many features will be implemented in the Vanilla Control Center, and we don't know how easily this will be implemented in the GNOME Control Center, maybe in the future. Will app images be integrated in the store, or will they only be supported? The main purpose of app image is decentralization. Showing them in the store may not be worth the effort. From my understanding, Apex currently exports applications that provide a .desktop file. Will there be a way to export CLI applications commands to the host, or will the user have to create shortcuts themselves? This feature will come with an update soon. Unlike the export of desktop entries, this won't be automatic, as it could cause a lot of confusion. How will official NVIDIA drivers be handled? What about CUDA drivers? You can install the latest supported NVIDIA drivers via the Vanilla Control Center. Is it okay to change the user shell, or it is recommended to stick with Bash? In VanillaOS, we don't want to prevent tweaking. Just invite users to use the transitional system in a conscious way, using it only when strictly necessary. Installing a new shell is a must for many users, but for example installing Steam is not, as there are Flatpaks or Snap or Apex. Will there be an LTS version of VanillaOS? No, VanillaOS will follow Ubuntu release cycle, but there will be no difference between LTS or not. Will I be able to offload some directories, for example /home, to a different hard drive, or will doing that lead to issues with the OS down the line? You can point /home to any other location, just by editing the fstab file from inside a transaction, then reboot to see your changes. Why GNOME? Why not? Almost all of the development team uses GNOME. We have chosen to offer what we use and know. Will an ARM version of VanillaOS for devices like the Raspberry Pi be available? This will take some time, but is planned for the future. Will VanillaOS be a good choice for gaming? We are also Bottles developers, and since VanillaOS has been our main distribution for a few months, we often find ourselves testing games on it. We haven't noticed any performance drops compared to other distributions. All games installed in Apex have performance comparable to native or full Flatpaks and other sandboxed packaging solutions be better way to run games? We tried several games through Apex without noticing any performance drops. It must be said though that Flatpak and Snap are much more tested formats today and should take priority over Apex. As far as I know, when games are installed through Flatpak or other sandboxed packaging solutions, if you want to use tools or utilities such as VK Basalt, Mango HUD, GOverlay, Game Mode or Game Scope, they still need to be installed on the system through the package manager rather than the chosen sandboxed packaging solution. Will these tools utilities work on these sandboxed packages when installed with Apex, or will the users need to install them through the AB root transactional shell? This also goes for the Steam Devices package required for some controllers when used with the Steam Flatpak. This is not quite true. Although a minority of applications explicitly require that certain tools are installed on the host system in order to unlock a feature, most of them take advantage of Flatpak extensions. For example, to use Mango HUD in software like Steam, Lutris, Heroic or Bottles, you need to install the extension via Flatpak. Will the OS be shipped with Flatpak and or Snap support? In VanillaOS, you can choose whether to install Flatpak, Snap or AppImage on first launch via the first setup. We are now going to make choices for you. Will the OS use systemd? Yes. What was the inspiration for the name branding around VanillaOS? VanillaOS is a version of Ubuntu that offers stock GNOME, hence the definition of vanilla. Since you are pushing for a vanilla GNOME experience, what do you think about Epiphany as the default browser in the distro? Do you really think that implementing it by default as you have done since now is a good idea? Or in the future you can maybe try another browser? Our intention is to provide only GNOME, Core and Circle and vanilla applications, to provide a consistent user experience. How long would it take to release VanillaOS major version update compared to Ubuntu? Our intention is to deliver new versions of VanillaOS as close to the official Ubuntu release as possible. Will users who don't want to use Apex and immutability be able to use VanillaOS just like they will use Ubuntu? In that use case, will there be a command parity between Ubuntu and Vanilla? That is, will copy-pasting Ubuntu apt commands from online tutorials work out of the box? Use Ubuntu, we guess. You should never copy and paste commands randomly. By the way, you can still do it during a transaction. What will be the default, Pipewire or Pulse Audio? It is Pipewire. Will I be able to install packages from AUR in VanillaOS? Sure, as explained before, you can install packages from AUR and Fedora as well. VanillaOS installation supports BTRFS, subvolumes, mount options, and snapshots. VanillaOS uses BTRFS by default. You can snapshot it using any compatible utility. Is VanillaOS going to ship with minimal GNOME? I would like to see an immutable OS with a bare-bones setup, giving the user the choice to install the applications they need. Yes, we only install a very small set of applications, enabling you to perform the primary tasks, such as browsing, typing, listening to music, watching videos. Does VanillaOS have a mascot? Not yet. Any idea? How much is VanillaOS tailored for daily use? For example, battery life on laptops compared to main distros. Can Vanilla give a better performance than other distros when using hybrid graphics? Even if VanillaOS is very different from a stock Ubuntu, we have not planned specific changes to improve performance. Some packages have been upgraded to a higher version than those offered by the official Ubuntu repositories. Some tools and libraries have been replaced with alternatives that may provide different performance compared to Ubuntu. We hope this video helped you. If you have any doubt or question, join our Discord with the link in description. See you soon! We use VanillaOS, by the way.